before we get started with our dish, I have a quick question. Have you suffered from CAC DPS? Now, you're asking yourself, what does that mean? Is this guy serious? This means Children Against Caldo de Pollo in the summer. Now, if you're Mexican, like myself, you might have suffered from this. I know I did plenty times. I love my mother, but I did suffer from this. If you're not sure what I mean, let me paint a picture for you. You're a kid, you're in school, it's 100 degrees outside, you're getting hungry, the bell's about to ring for you to go home. That bell rings, you're walking home, for some reason you have a sweater on, you're a child, you don't know any better. All you can think of is how hot it is, you're probably sweaty. You get home, all you want is a refreshing meal, a refreshing snack. You go to your fridge, you open the fridge up, you're looking in there, it's like you're swimming. You don't find anything that you want to eat. And you say, "Mom, I'm hungry." And mom replies with this: "Hay caldo de pollo en la estufa." Now, it's 100 degrees, mom made chicken soup. Why? I don't know. I know one of you have suffered from this week. Maybe even today you will be a victim of CAC DSP. I hope not. I hope not, because if it's nice and hot out, that's not what you want. This is the food you were imagining on your way home on that hot summer day. The ceviche is cool, it's crisp, it's refreshing, it's light. It pairs so well with a juice box or a beer if you're an adult. All right, stick around, we'll see what happens. For this recipe, we will need 1 red onion, 1 cucumber, 3 limes, 3 tomatoes, and some cilantro. Now we take the top off from these tomatoes and slice them all in half. Now we will slice as far back as we can without cutting through the tomato. Just be very careful. Now we're going to come through the top and slice down 3 or 4 times depending on the size of your tomato. Slicing through the top through all the layers will give us our squares. Now you can cut these larger or smaller depending on your preference. We will repeat the process with all the tomatoes that we have. After slicing and dicing, we will place our tomato in a mixing bowl. Up next is our cucumber. We will cut it in half and take the ends off. Carefully, we will slice them in half. Now summon your favorite spoon, and we will need to take the seeds out of the cucumber. This little section here, we will simply just scrape it away. This holds a lot of liquid, and so we want to remove as much as possible. You can see here how much liquid is retained in this section. Now I have this awesome peeler with a mohawk, so go ahead and peel your cucumber. I could have probably peeled it before slicing it or cutting it, but it's all up to you when you want to do that. Now we will slice these cucumbers, turn them, and then just cut them down so we can get nice big pieces. If you prefer your pieces smaller, then go ahead and cut those just a tad bit more. We will do the same for all the cucumbers that we have. Place the cucumbers in the same mixing bowl as our tomatoes. Look how beautiful that is. Up next, we have the red onion. We will only use half, so go ahead cut it in half. You can keep the other half for another dish. Now we will peel it, cut the top off, and in the same fashion as our tomatoes, we will slice it as far back as possible without going through the onion, coming on through the top, slicing down, and again slicing down. This will go into the same mixing bowl as our cucumbers and tomatoes. Up next, we will finely slice the cilantro. And into the same mixing bowl as everything else. We want to squeeze the limes into our mixing bowl. I am cutting them in 4 because that's the size that fits my lemon squeezer. If you have a different size or prefer to squeeze by hand, you are more than welcome to. Now we're going to mix everything together. You can use a spoon, a fork, your hand, or even a whisk, whatever you got. Now it's time to cook our shrimp. Go ahead and add salt to your boiling water. Place the shrimp on your colander, submerge it into the water. Now this process of cooking should only take about a minute, no longer than a minute 30. You can see the shrimp already changing color. Now once the shrimp are done, you simply lift the colander up and you are ready to go. Now, is it possible to overcook shrimp? The answer is yes. If your shrimp looks like the letter C, it is correctly cooked. If it looks like an O, it is overcooked. Nobody wants overcooked shrimp. After letting your shrimp cool for a bit, now we are able to mix it with the rest of our ingredients. You can either throw it in whole, mix it up, or cut the shrimp down to smaller pieces. I prefer to cut my shrimp into thirds, but you may cut them smaller or even just in half. Once the shrimp is the desired size, you may go ahead, place it in the mix bowl, and then begin to mix all the ingredients together. We then want to add pepper and salt. I would recommend going light on the salt. Taste as you go, and if you need more salt, you can always add some later. Now catch your favorite tostada frisbee, put it on your plate, and begin to pile on all the goodness. For a little more kick, go ahead and add your favorite hot sauce. You can get extra fancy by adding avocado to finish it off. And there you have it. Last thing to do is eat it.
There you have it, easy to make. Don't be scared, don't hesitate. Ooh, you like that. I'm gonna try it now, we'll see what happens. You gotta make a mess. Whoop. Oh, it was hot. Enjoy. I'll see you next time. Some in the tostada.
Is it Craig? No, I want you to catch it.
Okay,
Ready?
go.
One more and that's it. Then you can throw it.
Ah, so close.
Yeah, that's it. Just throw it.